how dangerous Dave can be. I mean, it's not just the World Championship defeat, as Chizzy looks on the maximum and has to settle for a 140, but he has won a couple of Players' Championship finals against Phil. He does, when he gets up ahead of steam, Chizzy some weekends is like a man who just cannot be beaten.
95.
But admittedly, the Grand Prix final was an absolute walloping, and it hit Dave hard as he looks for a maximum, and there it is. Maximum number 2 for Dave Chisnall to add to a 177 he's hit as well. And this is a better leg of darts for him. But yeah, having made it all the way to the Grand Prix final, gets an absolute walloping from the master. Didn't win a game on telly for ages after that. Players' Championship first round exit, World Championship first round exit. That's very unfortunate from Dave Chisnall, looking for 25 for a double 18 finish. He does really like that double 18. He thought he'd messed up his chances of the Premier League. It's only the Premier League that has allowed him to get back on telly and winning some games. And even then, he probably should have won a few more than he has done. His double-ins let him down in the Premier League. At double 18, though, that's his favourite. And that's the reason why. 3-2, and Dave Chisnall's clawing his way back into this.
Yes, good stuff from Chisnall, these last 2 legs to stop the rot. Taylor's average is there. Absolutely out of the top draw.
Yeah, there's not a great deal you can do about that. 112 average. But the thing is, if you average anywhere between 100 and 125, you're still doing it in 13, 14, 15 darts. Chisnall know if he can just bump his average to 101, or he's doing it in 15 darts, he'll be able to hold his throw on a regular basis, and he's moving up towards that 100 mark. He's got to break the Taylor throw at some point, though. And this is the kind of darts he's going to need to do it. Dave Chisnall, we said he'd need to find more of those if he is going to beat Phil Taylor. That's his 3rd.
Yeah, it's just starting to get into the nitty-gritty of this game now. Chisnall finding his range on the Yoki and taking it up a notch and piling in here again with more treble 20. He'll look to leave himself a double, his favourite double 18 when he comes back if Taylor doesn't take out 170, which won't happen now.
81.
Oh, this is an incredible leg of darts from Dave Chisnall. You know, if you're going to break Phil Taylor in this kind of mood, you're going to have to do it in 12 darts or fewer. Well, he could have had a 10 darter. In the end, he's missed 3. You don't get a lot of chances against Phil Taylor. Will Phil gift him another hit? Or double 5 he wants.
79.
Oh, and the power, you can see how frustrated he is. So Dave Chisnall has another chance. He's missed 3 clear darts at double 18. He does like it there. Doesn't miss a 4. It's 3 apiece here.
Well, that was an opportunity which Dave Chisnall thought he had missed out on. And then Taylor couldn't believe he couldn't take that out. And we are all square here. And Rod and I were chatting in commentary earlier about some of the speedy throwers on the circuit who sometimes do get let down on the doubles. And sometimes seem to struggle more on doubles when they just have 3 darts in hand rather than going out on the big combination shots. And I think Chisnall sometimes has made a meal of doubles and missed out on matches that he should have won. But it's very rare you get a second chance against Phil Taylor, but he did there and he took it to take us all square as Taylor bangs in another top 18. His 3rd of the match.
Well, these two are going toe to toe. Taylor, look at that, averaging 113. Chisnall averaging 100. 3 180s apiece. Chizzy's got a 177 in there as well, but Taylor, he's looking potentially for a 10-darter of his own to break Chisnall straight back. Chizzy can't go out here.
And exactly as you said about Dave just needing to step it up a gear and get into a 3-figure average, and he has done that over the last couple of legs, just nudging on around about 100 now.
He'll be required 48.
The crowd thought it was in,
32.
but it wasn't, and neither was that third dart.
Oh, more chances go begging. 158 is a very big ask. Well, the first dart is there, and the second dart, double 19.
139.
Nobody's favourite double that.
He'll be required 6.
It would have been an absolute sickener for Phil Taylor. He'd done the hard work of getting down to a finish, but as it is, this is to break straight back. Phil Taylor keeps missing doubles. Not this time, last dart in hand. Body blow for Dave Chisnall.
8 legs in field to throw third. Game on.
Well, a bit of double trouble, but he did it in the end and broke the throw to go 4-3 up, and still some incredible averages, but as we were saying, Chisnall's stepped up
121.
to take the game to Phil. Hasn't
Yes.
been in danger of it running away from him when Taylor raced to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, he certainly put up a fight here, Dave Chisnall. But, you know, he went through a great leg of darts to break Phil Taylor. Although he did rely on both men missed some doubles in that. But then unable to hold his throw the very next leg. And when you're playing the power, it's not enough to have a great leg and then an average one. You've got to be pretty solid all the way through and pretty good. And usually when you play Phil Taylor, you have to hope he has an off day, and you play very, very well. At the minute, this is not an off day for Phil Taylor. This is very, very good. He's averaging well over 100. He's hit 4 maximums. He's hit more than Dave Chisnall. And he's not a renowned 180 hitter.
Chizzy's
Oh, well,
bouncing
level
back
it
though.
up. Level it up. 44 left. 12 for double 16 for Phil Taylor for another 12-dart leg.
69.
Well, disappointment, but a 162 is a bogey, so Chisnall can't go out here, and Taylor will be back.
Could really do with a treble Chisnall to put some pressure on the shot, but doesn't do it, and that's a
He'll be required 32.
fairly lacklustre visit to the board from Chisnall. Maybe he's just written this leg off, but it's a dangerous thing to do with Taylor poised on double 8 and going to within 1 leg of victory. He's 5-3 up.